Hey y'all, welcome back to another Lord have mercy. Hey y'all, welcome back to another video with Life of Chester for General Hospital, May 22nd, 2025. Okay, so first things first, y'all already know. Let me know y'all thoughts on this episode down below. Look, performance of the day, performance of the week goes to the guy that plays Geo. It goes to him. Look, he had me in my feelings so bad. I had to go back and watch it. Then I was like, wait, I didn't get a chance to finish taking the doggone notes. Didn't get a chance to finish taking the notes, y'all. He did that there. I wasn't expecting that. Now I know on the preview I think Monday morning when they dropped the preview for this week's episode, they showed Gio saying he wanted to do something different. So I was like, what he finna do? He finna perform or something? I was not expecting him to get up there and dedicate his performance or their performance to his parents, Brooklyn Quartermain and Dante Falconeri. I was like, wait a minute now. He did that though. Then he started banging his violin against the folk, broke it into tiny pieces. I said, whoa. How did y'all think about that? Or what did y'all think about that? I was like, oh my goodness, he did that. He definitely did that. He had me in my feelings. I felt that. Did y'all? Did y'all? I said, they ain't get me this time. I ain't cry though. I did not cry, but I did feel it. I definitely felt it, y'all. But yeah, on today's episode, we're gonna start with Portia and Curtis. She over here. I said, girl, what you talking about? She over here trying to get him to save their marriage. Hold on. Let me see what they say. Let me click on it. I figure out how to do it now, y'all. You just click on the comment and they'll show you the whole comment. Yeah, I feel so bad for Gio now. He know who his parents are. Brooklyn don't take no thanks to Lou. Exactly. Then she over there acting like she shocked and stuff or disappointed and stuff. Did y'all see her? I was like, look what you done did. Look at what you did in Steve Urkel voice. But yeah, oh my goodness, I was not expecting that. Somebody said, what if he actually isn't Dante and Brooklyn son or whatever. But then she confirmed it. Then Lois confirmed on today's episode. She was like Brooklyn didn't know or whatever. She didn't know nothing about that. But yeah, Portia and Curtis. So she over here trying to save her marriage and tell him not to give up and stuff like that. He wanted to walk away, but she told me, so what about Trina? What about Trina? So what about Trina? Trina over there, she act like Trina is some little girl. Y'all know how they always be like, we gotta stay together for the sake of the child. Y'all already know how I feel about that anyways. But yeah, she was trying to say stay together for the sake of Trina or whatever. He said something about he not gonna get Drew the satisfaction, so he gonna pretend for now. For now. Yeah, that's what he ended up telling her or whatever. I was like, girl, you over here talking about, so what about Trina? Trina don't even stay with y'all. Trina grown. She don't stay with y'all. And either way it go, you still did what you did. You still did what you did. And I still, y'all know every time they mention this storyline, I'm gonna say it. That don't make no sense for her to have kept that secret when he already knew she had tampered with Heather Weber results. Oh Lord, here they go. Here they go. When she tampered with Heather Weber results, why not just tell that Brad was blackmailing her? That would have saved a whole lot of trouble. And with Michael, y'all think he gonna come on tomorrow's episode with? Somebody dropped a photo of the guy that's supposed to be playing Michael. I don't know how true it is, but I don't recognize him from anything. But yeah, somebody dropped the photo. And it's not Chad, it's not what's his name? Robert. It's somebody different. I don't know who he is, but yeah. Carly and Nina, they was in the bathroom. I said, Carly, you ain't gonna handle her. Part two, round two. Round two. What she said? She finna get ready to flip it on Michael, make it seem like he a bad parent because he went to Germany and he let the kids go with Willow that night of the party or whatever. So they make him. I was like, they could either way you go. I said this before and I said it again. They could go either way. It could be what they said about how he just let the kids go with her, or it could be like, okay, you was willing to compromise. They were trying to make it seem like dude a bad daddy or something. And I said they're gonna end up both losing custody at this point. Look like Willow was telling Drew she want to end the fight for the kids or whatever. I don't know if it's because of the whole Geo situation or what. But I said you telling the wrong person. Then she stood up there and she don't tell Ned now he the only one that's had my best interest. He the one that's stirring up the pot. Ain't that what they say? He the one causing all this trouble. But Sonny and Ned was talking. Ned answered telling Sonny it was generous of him to pay for Geo's schooling and stuff like that. Then he seen Drew. That's when he decided to confront him and tell him he not gonna get away with trying to set his mom up, and he trying to deny it. Then here come Willow defending him and stuff. Talking about she ain't gonna, what she said. No, I ain't get a chance. I was distracted. I ain't get a chance to write down what she said, but she basically said Drew's the only one that had her best interest and she gonna stand beside him and stuff like that, and she ain't gonna hear nothing or nobody talk about him. I was like, girl, you in for a rude awakening. But yeah, who else we got? Brooklyn, Dante, Gio. She was trying to get him to tell Gio he did good. He finally gives Gio his props about his performance and stuff. Then they had to get ready. Dante and them had to get ready to perform. Lois and Lulu, Lulu was confronting Lois about the truth about whether or not Gio was Dante and Brooklyn's child. Lois did clarify that Brooklyn didn't know, but I feel like with Lulu, it went in one ear and out the other. It went in one ear and out the other. She just told you that Brooklyn didn't know, and she still talking about, well, Gio and Dante deserve to know. She don't even know. She don't even know. She's standing up there shocked too. Well, not standing, but y'all know what I'm trying to say. But yeah, let me see. Let me scan my notes. I already said Ned confronts Drew about setting up Tracy. Look like we're gonna see Trace on tomorrow's episode. Look like Jason. Did y'all see the background? Look like he at the police station. Look like he's at the police station. I said Drew taking them down one by one, ain't he? I ain't saying that he taking down Jason because Jason was on the phone with somebody. But yeah, it's like he taking them down one by one. He got Tracy. Who else did he get? I think he still want Portia to do something for him, and he gonna get Nina as well. Hold on, y'all. Yeah. Remember when Nina, I think she was talking to Carla, she said something about he hasn't even mentioned, you don't even know if he gonna try to move her to DC. He hasn't said anything. Neither one of them has said anything. Well, he said it today. He said it today. Somebody they could relocate to DC. I said, what he got going on? Why is he trying to isolate her from everybody? I'm ready to see what that's about. What else? Let me see. Where do we stop it? Oh, Lois and Lulu. Lois ends up telling Lulu it's none of her business. She needs to stay out of it. She gonna ruin a lot of people's life too late, too little, too late. And I seen the door open, and I was like, "Was that Gio?" But then they showed him. They showed him listening to Lulu tell Lois that either she tell Dante and Gio. So he had to hear that part too, didn't he? He had to. But then when he got on stage, he said, my parents didn't want me, they gave me up and stuff like that. So he must not have heard that part about that, and the fact that Lois said Brooklyn didn't know about it. So I'm assuming he just heard the part about being Dante and Brooklyn's child. But yeah, Lois said that Brooklyn didn't know or whatever, and she was trying to convince her not to say anything. But Lulu ended up telling her, either you tell them or I'm gonna tell them. So she went to talk to Cody, and Dante came up to see what they talking about. And that's when I don't know if Lulu was actually gonna say anything or Cody was gonna say anything, but Lucy came up to get Dante because they had to perform. I think it was Dante, Chase, Isaiah, and Cody. They was performing. I thought they were gonna do the look. Yeah, I remember that. What was it called? When they got up there, I don't want to say stripping, but technically, wasn't it stripping? Was it Magic Milo or something like that? I don't know, y'all, but y'all know what I'm talking about. But no, they was just Chase was performing and they was dancing and stuff like that. I think that's the first time I seen Dante dance. I don't know. But yeah, what else happened, y'all? Curtis and Jordan. I already said Gio ends up hearing Lulu and Lois talk or whatever. Then he went outside and Emma found him trying to tell him that Anna, Chase, and Lucy was looking for him because he had to play the violin while they tangled or whatever. And she could tell he was upset. He ends up saying that he has to do this. I said, what he finna do? And he did it. He got on that stage and he tried it first, but then he couldn't do it. He was looking all angry. I told y'all, look, I don't know now. I don't know now. I ain't gonna say he got a temper because he got a right to be upset about the way he wrote that thing into little pieces. I was like, yeah. I said, you go ahead, whisper like Sonny be done. I said, you Sonny grandchild for real, ain't you? But no. But yeah, he did that. Whoever, I don't know his name, but that guy that played Gio, he did that. He definitely did. What else happened? I think Emma was watching him from the stage and stuff. He tried to do it, but then he was like, I want to do something different. I want to dedicate this performance to my parents. Brooklyn Quartermain and Dante Falconer. I said, oop. Then Lulu back there looking all disappointed. Lois. He was like, two people that didn't want me and all that, and he started banging the violin until it broke into little pieces. And that's when Lois was a little like she about to cry and she was shaking her head no and stuff like that. Oh, I skipped the part. Lois gonna tell Brooklyn, we gotta get out of here. She pulled up. What was that? What was that? Beyond the Gates. Beyond the Gates when Eva tried to get Nicole and Ted up out of there, but it was too late. You never find it now. My brain's so random, y'all. I be thinking of quotes on the spot. But yeah, that was on Beyond the Gates. She was trying to get Brooklyn out of there, but then I don't know. She said unless it's about Granny, it can wait till after. And Sonny was like, "What's going on?" And she was like, "She in trouble or something like that." And he was like, "We'll figure it out after the show." I said, "Too late." I said, "Too late. It's over with." And look like Sonny's talking to Ned and Olivia. Olivia look upset, and they saying something about Lois has to know something. So I'm assuming Sonny didn't know. I mean, obviously, like I said yesterday, how would he know? He didn't even know Dante was his child, but this is a soap opera. Anything goes. Huh? Hold on, y'all. I don't know if it's gonna exit off. Let me do something right quick. All right, y'all. I'm back. I had to send a text message. Dog made me lose my part. Where was I at? I think I was. I don't know. Let me just go back to the. Oh, I think I was saying Sunny supposed to be saying Lois knows something. She has to know something or whatever. Olivia looked upset. Next we got Josh Bun Carly. He was talking to Josh. Carly ends up coming over there to see who he is. I think he said something about PC. What's the name of that school? PCU. I don't know what the name of that school is, but something about that. I caught the end of that. But yeah, I had read a spoiler. I had read a spoiler that said something about Carly questions Jocelyn about Vaughn. Now I don't know if that was for today's episode or what, but yeah. I was like, Vaughn, he watching Josh, ain't it? I said, they ain't on duty right now. Dalton ain't there, so why is he watching her? It's got to be more to the story. What do y'all think? Let me know down below. Anna, ADA Turner, and Sunny. Anna and Sunny was talking about Robin and the calls and all this stuff. And she came over. I bet she said they always together. But then when he said something about the reason they there is because Robin and Stone and stuff like that, he said, look it up. And the way she was looking, y'all think she related to Stone? Is she there for vengeance? Like, is she related to Anna now? Like, what is it? Cause y'all know she been obsessed with Anna. She been obsessed with Anna since we seen her. Excuse me, Lord. Since we seen her, she been focused. I ain't gonna say obsessed. She been focused on Anna or whatever. So I'm like, maybe it's connected to Stone. Maybe that's why they had Sonny bring it up or whatever. But we'll see. I already said Jill and Emma. She was checking on him or whatever, and he said he had to do this, and that's when he revealed everything. We already talked about Lulu and Cody about how she was about to tell. She told him that she confronted Lois, and Lois admitted everything. After that, I got distracted. I think the last thing is when Lois told Brooklyn that they got to get out of there. I think that's the last thing. After that, I stopped taking notes, y'all. I stopped taking notes. But yeah, that's it. That's all. Let me know your thoughts on this episode down below. Stay tuned for the next video. Until next time, deuces. Have a great rest of the day and be safe.